Hey, welcome to the unboxing or look at what's in the box of the Castles of Burgundy. This is the recent special edition which was on Kickstarter. We're going to look at the playmat, the actual big box itself, a lot of exciting stuff there, new changes. This now has great table presence. Plus we're going to look at the acrylic hexes. We're going to look at all three things on this video. Let's start off with this playmat, and it is a lovely playmat. You can see there as it unravels before our eyes. We have the score tracker around the outside, and some really nice artwork on the inside that pops. It's got a slight sheen to it as well. Let's flip that over, look at the other side. Pretty much identical, I think, except for the difference is, we can see here, let's have a look at this top corner here. We've got 4 for 4 players. And we have the 4 different colors all around there: yellow, white, blue, and green. If we look at this side is more for maybe 2 players by the looks of it, because it only has 2 things or 2 spots for the hexes there. It will say in the rule book, obviously, somewhere. I'm not too sure at the moment if this is just a 2-player or maybe even a solo side at the moment. But we have 2 completely different sides on a double-sided playmat. That is just brilliant. Loving that feel at the moment. Okay, let's put that off to one side so we can clear some table space for this all-important big box. Put that over here as I knock a few things about. The next thing I'm going to look at is the Acrylic Hexes box. So I'll bring that up a bit closer into view. You can see there, it's a nice artwork. It's got this matte finish, which I absolutely love and adore. You can see there how the artwork spills over into the sides, both sides that you can see there. So while we're on that, we might as well look at both sides. That's one side, there's the other side of the box. Similar thing for the top. We can see there it spills over into the top and also into the bottom like that. Let's look at the base. At the moment we can see there, it tells you what's in the box in that corner there that I'm pointing at. Shows you all of the hexes that are there, and this also has the vineyard hex tiles. And if you know this special deluxe edition, you'll understand the vineyard hex tiles. We also have all these other tiles down the bottom there, and we'll look at all of these to look at the quality and what is there. You can see there it's for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and above, maybe 2 hours playtime, with complexity rating of 7 out of 10. Okay, let's open this box up, put it down flat, and slide out this insert. There we go. So I'll put the box off to one side, and we can see here straight away how we've got this protective plastic on top, which locks in quite securely. So you know that all the tiles are not going to spill out everywhere when you tip them like I am here. You can see the Castles of Burgundy glistening in the light there. Let's take this protective clear plastic cover off. I'll just put that gently over there. Now we get to see these hexes, and let's pull out some of these. So first of all, I'll pull out some of the blue sea tiles or ship tiles. These are all the same, and I'll show you the picture first of all and just go through a few just to show you they are all the same, in fact. So those are the ship tiles. They only have the picture on one side, but you can already hear, this is what I want to show you, I do it properly. Hear that sound. So they are solid, and they are acrylic, and they give that beautiful acrylic feel and texture, bringing this game to life. Let's have a look at green tiles now. So we'll go through these. I might just split them in half, just be easier to hold. And I'll put that half down. I'll go through this half first of all. So we have pigs. That's 2 pigs, another 2 pigs. We have 4 pigs, and 3 pigs, and another 3 pigs. So it tends to go, we have a 4 2 3s and 2 2s. So those are the pigs. When we look at the cows, we have here the 4 cows. We have 2 sets of 3 cows and 2 sets of 2 cows. Put those back in the box. Let's have a look at this next lot, and I'll just put that 4 of sheep. I'll call them 4 of sheep. There you can see there the 4 sheep. We then have 2 3 sheep and 2 2 sheep. So the number of sheep on them is important when it comes to scoring. We have 4 goats, we have 2 lots of 3 goats, and 2 lots of 2 goats. So beautiful sheen to them, nice feel. It is a sticker underneath an acrylic finish, so the sticker is not going to come off. We'll then go down to these white tiles. These are special tiles. So you can see there, these white tiles here have that symbol, and I believe this tile extends the land area by 1 hex when this tile is placed in that land area. So if this was placed in a 4 hex land area, it would make it a 5 hex land area for the purpose of scoring. The other great thing to notice about this box is that we have little finger holes here that we can slide in, even on the side, to bring that plastic out. Okay, I'm going to reverse it up. I'm going to do these grey tiles next. So the grey tiles are the coal tiles, and they are all the same that you can see there. So I'll just show you a couple. And again, with the coal tiles that we see there, they are grey, but they have nothing on the reverse side. So you can see that coal mine that is there. So they are excellent as well. Nice clear colours, which is great to see. We have here castle tiles, the red tiles. That's the picture on the castle tile, and they are all the same picture of the same castle. We go to the yellow tiles, and these are our monasteries. So let's have a look at the monasteries, and I've got these in order at the moment so you can see them a bit easier. So they have numbers down the bottom, which you can reference in the rule book. We can see here, what's this, when we have tiles A to E, we get an extra worker for that. They are described in the rules. Actually, I've got 2 on top of 1. I don't know why that happened. Let's start with 1. So we've got 1 tile. We have 2 tile for the monastery. 3, 4 is there. Then we have 5, 6. We don't have a 7 in this slot. They might come up later, I think, in the black tiles. We have jumped to 9 now. Oops, we have, they are a bit out of order, apologies. 8. So using a worker is plus or minus 2 dice value instead of plus or minus 1. We have a number 9 tile monastery, a number 10 tile monastery. I'm going to put them down there, pick up the rest. We have 11, then we jump to 13, and then we jump to 17, 18, okay, yep, got them a bit out of order again, 16, again, apologies for that, 19, we played this last night, so I had to put this together myself, and obviously a bit of a late night there. That's 20, 21, we have 22, so these are the bonuses you get for the building tiles. We have 23, 26, 20, come on to focus, nice, 27, 28, and 29. Okay, so put these back here now, out of order. Just give me a second to do that. So this is a big box, lots to it, lots of gaming goodness, as I like to say. We'll go through the black tiles next. The black tiles are drawn just as randomly, and they go on, if you remember Playmat before, so you can see here the colours represent where they go. So yellow tiles will go on this yellow spot here. The black tiles will be drawn and put in here. In a 4-player game, we'd also use those there. So I might just keep that one there. Might be a handy reference. Let's have a look at some of these black tiles now. So again, I just use that little thumb insert, which allows us to pick the tiles out a bit easier. And if I come back up to camera level, then we have ship tiles represented in the black. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. We then have 1, 2 castle tiles in the black. We have 2 coal tiles in the black. Now we get onto our farm animals. We have a 4 sheep and a 3 sheep. We have 4 pigs and 3 pigs, 4 goats and 3 goats. We have 4 cows. And then we have 3 cows there and 2 ducks. As far as I know, they're the only ducks in this game, so be careful of that one. 7. So let's go back to monasteries in the black tile set. You can see the black bordered tiles. We have our monastery 7, which we were missing before. We have our 12. We have our 14, 15, 24, 25. Now we get buildings. So the buildings we have, you can see there we've got 1, 2 of those buildings. We have 1, 2 of those buildings. I'll pick the rest up now. I can slide these back. We have these buildings. We have 1, 2 of those, 1, 2 of those, 1 and 2 of those, 1, 2 of those. We have 2 of that building. We have 1, 2 of that building. I can't put all of these in my hand at the moment. So I'll put those back, and the last few that we have, we've got 1, 2 of those buildings, and just 1 of those buildings in the black tile set. So let me come back down here and put the rest of these black hexes back in their slot. And I really do like this setup for these tiles. It works very well. It's very easy to use and understand. It might just need some sort of labeling, would be pretty good, I think, to show that this would be the black tiles, but you can obviously use this as a helper when you're putting your tiles away. But they do fit snugly, and so if you find that you have more than fits in a slot, you know you're using the wrong slot. But it would be nice, for example, if that said green or with a sticker of green under there or on the side just straight away. So we've done this left-hand side. Let's go on to this right-hand side now. Picking up all the building tiles. So come back up to camera view and bring them into view. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of that type of tile. Of this type of tile, I think this is the watchtower. We have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put these down on the side of the box now. Then we have 4, 5 of the watchtowers. If you watch me struggle on camera, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And we start counting this type of building. That's the building there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure we're going to have 6. Now we have 5 of those before we start the next lot. Picking up the next series, we've got that type of building. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Next building, I do like the colours. The colours on this really pop out, very vibrant, and the shape and the colour make the buildings easy to pick on the board, which is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. You can go down there. Let's see if I can pick up the rest of these in one lot. Very impressed that I haven't done a big accident yet, touch wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. I can start putting them back now. Save some space. Here we now have, I think this was the bank, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. We have of this last building 1. Oh, it's not the last actually. We have a couple more I've missed out. That one should have gone in a pile over there. We might recount that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, which means, let's go back to this pile here. Of that sort of building, we have 5, which makes probably 5 for pretty much all of them, I'd imagine. Let's put those away. That they go nicely in the box. Now that was the unique one. I don't know if you can see that quite from where you are, but there were 6 of those buildings that came out. Alright, so now we're going to look at these special double, I'll put those away as well, these special double hexes. And this is part of, I think that's called the Vineyards expansion. So looking at these, we've got just the double grapes on top. So we've got 2 red, 2 orange, 2 black, 2 yellow, 2 blue, 2 green. And then we come into our multicolored grapes. So again, these take up 2 on the mat, playmat. So we have blue and red, 1, 2, 3 of those. I think we've got 3 of each of these, but I'll show you anyway. Black and red, 1, 2, 3. Orange and green, 1, 2, 3 there. And I'll put those on the side like that. Let's have a look at this next lot and pick up. We have, almost lost it then, red, yellow, 1, 2, 3 of those. Orange, red, 1, 2, 3 of those. Put them down. I am struggling a bit holding them all. Blue and green, 1, 2, 3 of those. Black and orange, 1, 2, 3 of those. Let's probably start putting them in the box there. And again, they slip in very nicely. And we had the red and green. 1, 2, 3 of those. Black and blue. Black and blue. 1, 2, 3. I do like the feel of these tiles. The acrylic tiles do make the game a whole lot better. Black and yellow. 1, 2, 3. Blue and yellow. 1, 2, 3. I know you trust me, you believe me, but we'll go through them all. Finally, this last lot from the acrylic tile set, we have green and yellow. 1, 2, 3. And we have the blue and orange. 1, 2, 3. We have the orange and yellow. 1, 2, 3. And then we have the black and green. 1, 2, 3. So that's all of those tiles. They come back down to ground level to put them all back. There they go. And they all fit in nicely, as I said before, into their slots. So there's no confusion. Notice that the length of the white tiles is actually one more than the length of the black tiles. We also have these bits of foam which help just to secure them in place as well, so there's no slippage. So those are the acrylic hexes. Excuse me while I reach through. I need to put this away. I'm bumping all my furniture around here as well, making a terrible noise. Let's slide that back in the box neatly and nicely. So that's a good storage solution there. I'll put that off to one side, maybe down here for now. Let's go through this beast. This is the one we've come to see. The actual box itself, and again, we see the artwork of another gorgeous castle. And as we rotate the box, we can see how that scenery is actually reflected and travels through to the side of the box. Both sides, you see they're Castles of Burgundy Special Edition, Castles of Burgundy Special Edition. Show you there, and show you there. On the top, again, we get that artwork. You can see that artwork as it flows over to the top, and as the artwork also flows over to the bottom there. Let's look at the base. Flip that around. So we can see there's the base, and again, I'll bring that up closer so you can see that. You can see that the blurb, the components that are listed there. There's gorgeous artwork that we've got here. Shows you how it looks on the table, and also just at the very bottom, some of those particular details. But I love the artwork there. That is just gorgeous. It's fantastic. Let's flip that over that way. And even though you can hear everything rolling around, I'm fairly confident it's all in place. So the storage overall, I think, is very good for this big box. Let's slide the top off, see what we can see. And first of all, I'll quickly look under, and they've finished it in this nice black matte finish, which I really love as well. Let's put that over to one side. First of all, we've got this nice bit of protective outside polystyrene or plastic, which just means that this top bit doesn't slide around. Let's have a look here. We have our letter here. It says open here, the Castles of Burgundy. Let's open that up. Let's have a look. What we have inside here is there's an actual letter in here. Dear Backer. So we've got a Dear Backer letter. Dear Backer, and we'll just look at this, and you can pause it and read it yourself. There you go. If you read this letter, you have just become the lucky owner of the special editions of Castles of Burgundy. So go there, go through. Again, I said you can pause that. Special thank you as well from Stefan, signed by Stefan Feld, as well as the Awaken Realms team. We have the Awaken Realms logo. Important note, it says, while we've prepared the shipment to the best of our abilities, there is still a possibility that a small number of packages contain lacking or damaged components or errors, and they list some of the problems that they might know about already. So I'm going to put that to one side down here. Let's have a look at this card, which also came in it. I'm not too sure if it actually came in it in the original packaging, but we have here what looks like Shatoma help sheet. So there you go, it's a bit of a help sheet there. References the pages that the help is also referencing. Shatoma, I'm not too sure what Shatoma actually means, whether it's another type of game you can play, such as the Vineyards expansion. They've got a difficulty modifier D there, and other expansions there. So there's that geese when we saw that one. So the geese, when placing, score as if this tile matches whichever livestock the Shatoma has most of. So it looks like Shatoma is an expansion. I didn't know that. Just played the basic game, and shields down the bottom. Okay, so that's that sheet. These are the help sheets for each of the 4 players. It's a 4-player game. They're the same on this side. Let's quickly scroll through. You can see there the buildings at the top, and then we get some special buildings. Actions overview just indicated there. I'm going to flip the whole lot over, show you again they are all identical. These are now the monasteries. So this is a help sheet, a cheat sheet if you want, for the monasteries. So we can see exactly what the iconography on each of the tiles means. And each player gets this, so it just makes it easier than having to share that book around and flipping it open to different pages all the time. Let's have a look at the normal board that you get in it. And it is a little bit smaller than what we saw the playmat was. So open that up, we can see there, just a little bit smaller, if you remember the reference from the playmat before. That's the 3-4 player side, I believe, and that's possibly, I'm saying possibly, the 1-2 player side. Please correct me in the comments if you know it to be different. Here is our rule book. It is a very matte finish book, a booklet, rule booklet, A4 in size on paper, but is beautifully illustrated. You can see there 28 pages down the bottom corner. Final scoring on the back, including credit. So just quickly go through this rule book so you can see the inside. We have the components. We have, whoops, I will come back down to this ground level. I'm changing levels all the time. The introduction, the game setup. Good example showing you here they've also put the letters which match what you read just there. Go through playing the game. We have more examples here. Really nice layout. I do like it. There is a fair bit in here. I think this probably contains all the expansions as well. I'm not too sure. Here we go. Yep, the expansion. So 4 duchy boards, 4 additional hex tiles. We've got there. Borders post duchy boards. Border post duchy boards. The white castles, which is the 5th expansion. The 6th expansion, which is the inns. 8th expansion, which is the trade routes. The team game, which is 9th expansion. And the solo game, which is the 10th expansion. So there we have that. Playing the game for the solo variant. List of the shield abilities, so there's special tokens. The vineyards, as we saw there, for that setup. The game actions. Good examples again. The castles of Burgundy. Chateaume. So this looks like another sort of ruling or set of rules that you can play to expand and make this full board game, the Castles of Burgundy, even more varied each time that you play it. So you can see there's support for each of the expansions and the final page, which we saw at the beginning. Now let's look at these boards, and these are recess boards. They are good quality boards, nice and thick. There's a coin that's come out by itself, nice and thick. I hope you can see that's there. The thickness of that. They are large boards, but they also have this nice insert. So even though they're recessed that you can see there, this insert means that even the hexes don't move about. So that is just brilliantly thought of. Inserts for coins, for workers, for some goods there, for the hexes and the dice over that side as well. So there's one of the boards. That's the yellow board, and you can see there, look at that artwork. So it's lovely artwork that's there. Look at this second board. You can see there how they've actually changed the artwork for each of the pictures of the people, and they actually match up later. We'll see when we get into more of the components, the pieces that represent you as well. So on the tracker, on that score marker tracker. So there we go, there's the red one as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 boards. You can see there the pictures. The rest of the board I think is identical as I go around and see it. On the reverse side, a nice matte black finish on all of them. Nothing written there. Put that down to that side. The coin went in here, so we do have some coins that did fall about. That's probably my only sort of smallish gripe here, as we did hear these coins falling about before. I think that one goes in there. Is that it would have been nice if there was plastic on top of these. Here are the coins that you can see that you get in the game, and they are the same on both sides, but they do have that antique look and feel to them. So there we go, you can sort of see that. Got some glitter from somewhere there. They are supposed to fit in here. So yes, I wouldn't recommend putting this game on its side just because there is no plastic top to this, which again I say really would have loved to have seen. There's a space here to put some hexes. We have, let's pull out this small box first. I'll pull out these. Try to figure a way of doing this which doesn't cause everything to tip over. So these are little standees. They've got bases. Let's put that coin back there. Some more coins have fallen into here. I can see that already. So again, just something I would like to have seen. Maybe they can come out with that and fix that up for all the backers. That is to put a plastic cover. So we have these, I think, are our normal markers, which are in standees. You can see the different colors that we have there. And I'm not too sure if that was a yellow one or not. We'll call that the yellow one as well. So we've got the little standee bits and pieces for each of the players. So they're even nicely done, you know, in different portraits. You can see the cutout of the card is different for each player that's there, and they will fit into that little standee thing that's there. So that's each of the players. Pull out this one next. Put them back in the end. So what we have here, this looked like it was for the solo game. So come up to sky level now. So let's have a look at these. We've got 4 and 16 on that side. So that looks like they all have that side there looking like that with the blue coat of arms. And then you'd flip them at some stage. So 4, 16, 10. So these all have numbers to be referenced. There's 11. There's 8, 13, 14, 15. Can put that first lot back in the box. Let's go through these. So we have number 2, number 18, 17, 4, 7, 5, 6, 1, 3, 8, and 9. So that's for the solo game. Put them back there. I think that's where they go quite nicely. Well, actually not as nicely as I would have hoped. They will go in there. There we go, getting there, getting there. We have these nice castles which you place on, where do you place these? I can't, oh, these are the turn indicator markers. So as I bring them back up, these are nicely built, and they nest in each other, which is why they're hollow on the base, like that. So we've got one for each of the players there. You can see them all as they're stacked, so they look all the same. I'm going to have to put them in the other way around. So they can go in that way. Now, I'm not too sure why they had this bit separate from here. Again, I would have liked to have seen it all one bit of plastic. Even if it was empty, you could say this is for another expansion or just sell it all as one. I think that just makes more sense to me. Let's have a look at what we've got here as I keep fishing these coins out. We've got the dice that are here, and the dice actually look really nice. 2 for each player plus a white one. I'll just bring, let's say we've got that little finger slot down here. Bring the white, the yellow, blue, bring one of each up so you can see them close up. Just normal dice, nothing special about them. You can see there. Just normal 6-sided dice, but slightly more, what's the word I want, just deluxeified, would be a good word for it. Put our yellow one there, purple next to purple, and the white one in. Let's start over this side now with some of these. So these are our bonus scores for completing fields. They are the same on both sides. And the first number is for a 2-player game, second number if you're playing a 3-player game, and the third number, the points you get if you're playing a 4-player game. So we've got the yellow fields, the blue fields, we have the coal mines, the pastures in green, the city tiles in red, and the building tiles if you complete all of buildings on each of those different areas on the game mat. Let's put them back. And try not to rush through this. I probably shouldn't, but don't want to bore you at home too much. Okay, here are little tokens, which mean if you pass the 100 point mark, then you put the 100 side. If you actually get up to 200 points, then you'd put obviously that 200, flip that over to 200 to show how many points you actually have on the player mat. Okay, we've done the dice. These are all the same. These are the workers. They have a male side and a female side, and I do like that. So that allows you to change the value of the dice. Finally, for this box here, we have, I shall put them back up because I think they are sort of ordered. How can I do this nicely? Put that lot there. And I'll put that lot there to start off with, and then I'll bring some of these out on this side. I need to take one out to get my finger in there. I'll put those just there. Let's have a look at these first of all. So as I bring these up, you can see these are our goods, and they all have the same backing. It looks like a crate. So here we have 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. Put them down there. Let's pick up the rest of these. We have 2s. Pick that individual 2 up, which I picked up before. So nice picture of a cup there. Great artwork throughout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. And no doubt we'll have 7 ones. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are indeed all the same. So we put our 1s, our 2s, and finally when I get round to it, I put our 3s back also. Normally I'd probably just splay them about and not worry about it, but I am feeling as though I need to put them away just because there is so much which can get lost on the board, and you can see how they fit as well when we put them away. Here are 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those, naturally enough. So there are 7 of each. Finally, we have our 5s and our 6s. There are 6s, that's what they look like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. And then we have our 5s. Nice shirt there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. So that pretty much almost completes our top layer. There's not much left to go. So they come with these bags as well. So that's the bag which those green acrylic tiles would go in. You draw from them blindly. This is good quality. It's while it's got that lining on the inside, it's sort of plasticky, imitation sort of leather feel to it. Reasonable drawstring. Doesn't really do a lot, as you can see. Really no point. You can just put them on the table like that and draw in with your hands. So that's the green one. We have a few escapees. Again, please, this was Aetherworks, wasn't it? Can you do something about this top? Have a little plastic top for that. That would be fantastic. This is the bigger bag with another greens. This will contain more of the tiles. I'll put that one there, which completes this top bit. And you could put the tiles in here and put them here if you wanted to. But there is this other box, obviously, that we first looked at. I'll put that way off to the side now. Let's have a look at some of the rest of the components. Now these are more, what are these, some expansions, I think. So we've got expansion maps here. for some play variant, and again that'd be in the rule book. That says 35 down there. Here we've got 1, so I assume that's for a solo player. Here we have again 1 up this corner, 36, so a slight variant. We have this playmat, which is 31A. You can see the setup there. It's got a purple player. You can see the setup here for 32B with a red player in that corner. So I think they look different. Yeah, on both sides they are different. We have 32A and 31B. This has a red player in this corner and then the purple player in that corner. 32B, 31A. So it looks like this is for just to extend. Oh, these are the mats. That's right. I remember now that you can. No, I might be thinking of something else. I won't say that at all. So here we have obviously just more variation for play. Here we have again 32A and B for the yellow and blue players. And here we have 34. This is an interesting setup. That's something different. Yellow player in that corner, yellow player there. 33 written down there. These are the normal tiles that you get with Burgundy, so you can punch them out obviously. There's no need to because we've got the acrylic hex set. These are quite nice in themselves. We can see on these tiles, actually the good thing about these is on the back, they actually remind you of what you do when you place them, which is really brilliant. And I wish they had kept that and done that for the acrylic tiles. Obviously, a bit of printing expense because it would be different putting the stickers on. They decided against doing that. Another punch board that has been punched out. We've seen the worker tiles and the other tiles from there. There's our vineyards expansion tiles that we could have punched out if we didn't have the acrylic hexes already. I'll bring them up close to you so you can see that. And you know, good quality cardboard there. Here are all our animals that you can play with. More of the double hex vineyard tiles that you can see there printed on both sides. Monasteries and ships. And if we look over to the back, we can see here again, just really nicely explained and set out as to what each of them means when you take the action by taking or placing some of these tiles. Finally, down the bottom of the box here, and again, this is what I'm talking about. This is all they had to do. They did it for the hexes, the acrylic hexes, and they've done it for this base here. They put in this really nice top, which keeps everything in place. I'm going to harp on about that. I make no bones about that. It is what it is though. We've got these nice finger slots though that come down here, help you to lift that out. So I can lift that out. You see we've even got underneath another one with a plastic top on there. So I'll swing that around. We can see here the different player color minis that represent them. So there's the red and the yellow, and they are very nicely done. We have the blue and the purple, and they are very nicely done all the way around. Look, you could, if you wanted to, paint these up a bit more. I don't see any point in it, but you could if you want to. The other nice thing, as well as the player minis looking different, the castles for each look different. And I can see some people possibly getting a bit of castle envy, wanting the tallest one. So there you can see 2 different castles there, and the remaining 2 players get these 2 castles, which are also just gorgeous and have a really great look. I love these variations. They're fairly lightweight but durable as well, so they're not going to break or bend at all. We have here, these are the different variations in player mats that you can get. So I'll pull them all out and let's put these around. So you can see there, that's 1 and 2. So each player would get these. So it's 1s, as I said, 2s. You can pause it, have a look at the differences. I don't know if it's going to add that much variety really. It's just those people who might have a great memory to remember those sorts of things. So 4 of those, 1 for each player. Then we have 3s. So we'll have 4 3s. There we go, like that. So that's the 3-player mat. Flip it over, we get, sorry, not 3-player, the number 3 mat, the number 4 mat, the number 5 mat, 1, 2, 3 of those. See that there, and the number 6 mat. You can see definitely the differences in them, especially if you pause it. The number 7 mat. I guess what I like about this is that the fact that, you know, I can already see, I can sort of remember in that one mat we had blues going across each side, and we had a red going, I think, down there, and a charcoal there. But this really does vary it up, and I do like that in this deluxe edition. There's the 7, there's the 8 side. We have the 9 side there, and then the 10 side. That's there. We have the 11 side there, and the 12 side there. Here we have the 13 and the 14. 2 more of those. Look, lots and lots of variation here, more than I think you'd ever need or really want, but hey, I think happy just to get it as well. 15, 16, there are players that do like to play their games over and over because they're just so in love with it. I like all games, so I sort of play them a couple of times here and there. This is 17, this is 18. We have 19 and 20, 21 and 22, 23. Tell you what, some of the army games I've played could do with this variation. 23 and 24 in their maps, especially if they have just one map to set up. Look at that, just straight to the finger slot there, makes it easy to bring them out. 25 and 26, this is 25 here, then 26, 27, and then 28, and finally, last but not least, 29 and 30. So there are all the mats that are there. That is great that they have that variation. Let's put all these back as neatly as possible, as quickly as possible. So you can sort of get an idea of, it's not too hard to pack away as well. You can see the shapes of everything. You can see here, even with the castles, that's a very tall one. That's a very short slot for that one there. And the rest will go in likewise with these figurines in their places. I'll put that one over there. Last one we got here. This time we've got our finger slots down the corners, and look, see, here's one of those coins that did actually run away from that previous one. I knew I'd go on about that again. So take that out carefully. And here, there's 2 more coins down there. Don't want to lose those, they are good coins. Bring that back into view, spin that around, and again we have a nice top there, protecting everything from falling around. Nice design there. We have our, what boards are these? I'm not too sure what this is for, but I'm going to show them to you anyway. Maybe it's the Vineyards expansion, I'm not too sure. But anyway, here we have a board, and on the back it's just got the matte black. So that's recessed. You've got tiers, so it looks like we're actually going up the side of a hill, which is a very nice feel. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised if this is the Vineyards, because you'd want to build your vineyards going up the side of a hill. So it's 4 card, you can see there that 4 card depth to it, including the top layer. They are stuck on very well. I'll give them that as well. So they are all identical, I believe, just with the black back. 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one there. Running out of space. These have fallen out a little bit. You can see here we have vines all of a sudden, and look at that. I'm just going to bring this one out actually first. So this is sort of tinny hollow plastic, but sturdy. And that is a beautiful backdrop, a nice touch which adds to the whole game. Looks like you put maybe tiles in that recess that you can see there. I'm pointing out there. That can sit, you can see there it's cut out, which reminds us the way it goes like that. Now we have, this looks like similar sort of thing that we saw before with scoring for the whole field, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4. So you take those when you've completed the whole field. We have this, which looks like a selection chart, which is probably what this one is for as well. They probably do the same thing, I'm guessing, given the length. You can see there it's got the little icon that I'm pointing at down there for the vineyards expansion as well. Let's take a few of these out. So we've got here obviously question mark on one side, that's black. So they're double-sided, same on each side. You'd be drawing those in the game and they would be, I'm not sure how they are used in that vineyards expansion. Some more bags. We've got the black bag. We have the, I guess, fawn, cream bag. They all have the same sort of burgundy symbol on them. We have the yellow bag as well. So you put your yellow tiles, your black tiles, and your fawn color tiles in each of those bags respectively. And we have, look at these first, these bits of cardboard which have been already punched. Going through this, it is a comprehensive, exhaustive look at what's in the box for you. So it looks like they are all blank on one side, and then you flip them to do a reveal. So let's go through what all of these are. Okay, that's possibly around the wrong way. That's okay. We can deal with that just for this last bit. You can see there again, dice placement for these. Flip that one around so you can see it. There's that one. There we go. Another. There we go. I'm not too sure if these have been repeated, if there might be one or two which are repeated, but you can pause it and see if there are. I might do a quick check in a moment. I said, I borrowed this from a friend, very generous indeed to loan it to me so that I can show you guys at home. He's only just got it this week. So we'll go back there. I did forget to look, see if they've been doubled, but you can rewind it yourself and pause it and see if any are. Please comment below if you know what they are and if there are any doubles in that pile which we just went through. So finally, this is the last bit for this unboxing what's in the box video. We have these beautiful oversized large cards. They will have the same back that you can see there. And on this side we have, now they look like scoring points of some sort, maybe for combinations in that color, I'm not too sure. But there we go, we'll just go through, look at all of these. Again, I have no idea what they mean. There's one down there for a one-player game. So there's a special setup, obviously, for the one-player game using these cards. And they are numbered, so there's references there, 15, 16, and 17. So 17 of those cards. I'll put them back nicely there. So I'm actually going to play this game again tonight. I'm excited about that. We played the basic game last night. It was fun. Like I said, looking at everything that's here, there's so much variation, so much table presence that is available in this game. Now what went where? That went there. I think that was, we had the bags. Just put this one back first of all because it is lying on top. Tuck those in and under. In fact, I'm going to put that one there. So it's space for hexes to go on these. No, that didn't go on that one. It was this one. Thank you for reminding me, people. That one, because it's got the thumb slots, which are just offset. So that's actually very good to remember, that offset thumb slots there match with the clear plastic cover. I'll put that back in there. Can I do this quickly enough the way I would? Oh, they went in there as well. I'll do that in a moment. Put that off to that side because really all I want to do at the moment is get the box to say thank you very much for having a look with me at what's in this big box Castles of Burgundy Special Edition, Deluxeified Edition that has just come out recently on Kickstarter. I really enjoy this game. I enjoyed presenting this too, so you could see all the components, so you can say to yourself, hey, I want to get this game, play it, put it on the table, have fun with it. If you enjoyed it as well and you got value out of it by seeing everything that's in the box that comes with it, including all of the cards, all of the cardboard bits and pieces, seeing them all, please hit that like button for me and also subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends so that they can see, hey, this is the special edition of the Castles of Burgundy. As always, enjoy your gaming. If you play with this game, I know you will enjoy your gaming. My name is LeMonde, signing off. Thank you very much for joining me in this special presentation of the Castles of Burgundy Special Edition, What's in the Box.